This week on 5 Minutes with 5 Cell, we are in the basement with James and Sean. Sean right now is setting up his amp. We're about to get ready to do our bass recording. There's the board, which is basically a Mac running Logic Pro. Today is all about miking and recording maybe the bass. So we're going to do our standard setup where we go through the speakers, we get test levels, we start doing some experimental recording, see what sticks, see what doesn't, and we'll take you along the way. What we're going to be doing is we're going to have 3 different inputs for each channel. We're running the bass out of Sean's Rickenbacker. The Rickenbacker has an output that's separate for each pickup. And what Sean does is Sean runs one output. Which pickup do you run through the pedal, Sean?
The bridge pickup.
Okay, so Sean runs the bridge pickup down through his gear and then into an Ampeg V4B. And that provides, like, you know, the crunch, the power, the edge, the gain, all that stuff. And then he runs the neck pickup over through his SVT. And the SVT provides fat, body, power, punch, warmth.
That's the bass tone, the thick bass tone.
Yeah, and you do that without any effects, right? The SVT.
Yeah, that's just clean SVT. Ric plus SVT.
And we're gonna stick a couple of SM57s in front of these cabinets. He's gonna put the V4B through a 212 with a couple of Celestians in it, and the SVT we're gonna run through his traditional 8x10 Ampeg cabinet. Just like we did with my guitar mic up situation, we're going to mic check them all with our lovely assistant James. We're going to now run the tests and see what we come up with.
The cabinet operates in the dual mode. Turn those right.
Jeremy was right.
Stop it!
And I'm not. You can change the phase if we want to, but I don't think we want to.
Okay, so we're using an
this
AB
should
box.
You should be getting signal, hopefully.
Yes. Beautiful, glorious signal. There's your geezer butler right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we got our volume levels. Just making sure we're not redlining on anything. Now it's time to move into our famous poor man's speaker by speaker test, and you can help us decide which one we should use. So let's do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, one set of tests down. Next set of tests to go. We've decided on what speaker we want from the 8x10 for the SVT, and now we have to figure out what we're going to do on the V4B with the Celestian speakers. That's next. With the mic test out of the way, it's time to actually track it and see what we come up with. Right now, what James is doing is putting an amp simulator on the direct input so that we've got the 2 actual amplified inputs microphone in with SM57s. He's taking the direct and making it more of an amplified signal. We'll be able to play with that because we have the direct line. We can change it any way we want along the way. Next, we're gonna do a couple of playthroughs, get some material we can start to massage, see how it sounds, get the right combinations of the 2 amps and the direct, and go from there.
Just put it on, and then it adds that little bit, but you can tell when you need to A-B it. You need to turn it on, take it off, turn it on. Okay, is this adding? Is this too much? Is this dumb?
Right.
But you can play forever with this stuff.
Yeah.
And again, because it's a clean track, you can take that track, copy it, and put the twin reverb there too, or in a different spot. You just want twin reverb when you're by yourself, or you want this aux when you're with the full band in the chorus and there's heaviness, and then you supplement these already really good sounding tracks, and you're going to sound better than the guitar player.
Awesome. So, here's our adventure so far. We got past the crazy buzzing inputs on the V4B. We got sounds dialed in on the balance between the amps. We started experimenting with taking the direct and putting in some amp sims on it and seeing what we could make out of that. That's where we are. Sean just laid down 2 extremely poorly played versions of 10 Feet Tall simply for our analysis of...
Very rusty. Very rusty.
Just needling you, Sean. And we're going to take this and we're going to work on it a bit. We will come back with more, but for now, I thought I would just sign off. Let us get back to work here and focus on the recording. So for Jeremy, Sean, and James, we say goodbye for this episode of 5 Minutes with 5 Cell.